Hi, I am LT Nomad, and today I will share some hints about African countries that are on GeoGuessr. If you haven't seen my previous episodes, then you should definitely check them out. Also, I couldn't afford the background this time and I got kicked out of the fields, so you'll have to deal with the white background. Anyways, I hope you enjoy. Botswana is very similar to South Africa, Lesotho, and Eswatini. However, there is one way to differentiate them, or maybe even two ways to differentiate them. The first one is these sign poles, because this sign pole, which is striped in black and yellow colors, is only found in Botswana. Another way is the Google car, because Botswana, in its gen-free coverage, uses this white Google car without an antenna. However, this Google car is used in other countries like South Africa, Lesotho, and Eswatini. Call me crazy if I consider this a hint, but this is definitely a hint, and it's not used just by me, but by a lot of GeoGuessr pros. Eswatini is recognized through it's considered Eswatini grass. Yes, you heard it right, Eswatini grass. Because this type of tall and kind of dry grass is only found in Eswatini on the side of the roads. And if you confuse this grass with other grass, then it's easy to recognize Eswatini through the road lines and also the Google card that is similar to Botswana and Lesotho. Ghana is recognized through only one hint and one hint only. The black tape. In long form, Ghana coverage was taken by this Google car that has a roof rack, and on the right front side of the roof rack is a bit of black tape that is on the roof rack. Another great hint for Ghana is the follow car, because the Ghana Google car is being followed by this Toyota car. Although you don't need to remember that follow car, all you need to remember though is this black tape. GeoGuessr pros use one hint and one hint only to guess Kenya, because most of the times the Kenyan Google car has a snorkel on the right, but this is only often in Gen 3 coverage. Meanwhile, in Gen 4 coverage, it is more often to see a non-blurred pickup truck that is silver colored. Also, Kenya drives on the left side of the road. The road lines are white outer lines and yellow inner lines, sometimes dashed or sometimes straight. And also, the front of the car's license plates are white, while the back of the car has square yellow license plates. Just like Botswana and Eswatini, Lesotho drives on the left side of the road, and the coverage is taken by a gen-free Google car that looks like this. However, the main hint to recognizing Lesotho is the mountains, because these hills that are called the Lesotho Mountains are very green and edgy and have this very unique look and vibe. However, these mountains can be seen in the southern part of South Africa, more specifically near the city of Durban, but most of the times it's guaranteed to be Lesotho. Madagascar has very limited gen-free tracker coverage, so it probably means that it doesn't have lots of meta, right? Well, yes, it doesn't have lots of meta to get Madagascar. There is one regional meta that I found. In the town of Ambanja, the gen-free tracker is being followed by this Malagasy dude, yes, that's how the people in Madagascar are called, who is wearing a dark blue shirt and also some gray shorts. And he follows the tracker all the way as the tracker collects the coverage. There is another meta that I found. Madagascar can sometimes have gen-free boat coverage that is near the islands of Madagascar, where the boats look like some sort of a standard tropical boat. I can even show you that boat. Yep, that's the coverage right here, yeah. Google sent their first Google cars on November of 2024. And not a while ago, probably in June of 2025, the official Google coverage has been released on Google Maps. And as we can see right here, Namibia has Gen 4 coverage taken by a white pickup truck, just like lots of other countries. Unlike Oman and the UAE, Namibia looks a lot like South Africa. Meanwhile, Oman and UAE has lots of desert climate. And also, Namibia uses these street signs and these chevrons that are very similar to Botswana and South Africa. In old Nigeria coverage, although not that old, the Nigerian Google car is being followed by this police car. Even though there are lots of different variations of the police car, for example, the police car can be black or have some sort of accessories to the front of the car, it's still very common to see a Toyota police car following you. All of the Rwanda coverage was taken in Gen 4 by 3 pickup trucks. One which is white, one which is brown, and the other one which is black. And despite Namibia, Oman, and the UAE having similar Google cars, all of those countries drive on the left side of the road, meanwhile Rwanda drives on the right side of the road. Sao Tome and Principe was taken by cam. That's why it looks that bad. The official language of Sao Tome and Principe is Portuguese, and to differentiate Portuguese from Spanish, Portuguese uses this C character, unlike Spanish that doesn't use that character. And another hint is Sao Tome and Principe has these ladder poles, the same ones that Portugal and Brazil use. And also sometimes Sao Tome and Principe can have these utility poles that have a blue paint at the bottom and are marked with letters CST. Just like Namibia, Senegal also uses the Gen 4 pickup truck. However, there's 2 variations to the Senegal Google car. There is the white pickup truck and also, as you can see, the silver one. Oh, and Senegal drives on the right side of the road. They use the similar bollard as France does, and also they speak French as a former French colony. So the 4 countries of South Africa that have Google coverage, that means Botswana, South Africa, Lesotho, and Eswatini, are all pretty similar because of the road lines on what side of the road they are driving on, the bollards, and also the Gen-free Google car. However, one thing that South Africa has that other South African countries don't is Gen 4 coverage taken by this blue Google car with a short antenna. Unlike any other country that has a follow car, Tunisia has 4 very common follow cars that follow the Google car. This one that is very common in the northernmost part of Tunisia, and also the 3 others that I'm showing right now. The cities are listed as you can see. Okay, so this is the one very simple hint that you need to recognize Tunisia. Just like with South Africa, Uganda is recognized through the Google car. That is very unique because Uganda is probably the only country that has this white boxy looking car with visible front mirrors. Oh, and also Uganda has rear yellow license plates. They're sometimes square shaped or sometimes long, but the main hint is the Google car. Hi, LT Nomad here, and I have something to say about the other video I'm going to do. I won't be able to upload it next Friday because I will be going to another country next week. I can't tell you which because privacy reasons. So yeah, I guess you'll have to wait for the next Friday so that I can finally, well, get to working on South America. I hope that you enjoyed this series and the videos that I'm doing on my channel because it's been quite a while since I uploaded my second video. And I'm glad that I'm finally getting the progress ready. And I hope that my channel will still not die out. And hey, consider liking the video and subscribing if you liked the series. If not, that's okay. I'm not really into fame and all. Anyways, I will see you in 2 weeks.